Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 12, week 6, day 3. So today, we have two main things going on. The absolute main one is, of course, the new pet. The 2022 Christmas pet, holiday pet, is available today for the next 6 hours. Of course, it's been available all day today, as we mentioned the other day. However, yeah, we can finally go get that now. It's cosmetic, so of course doesn't actually do anything, but you know, you can still add it to your pet collection and max it out with gems if you so choose, or of course, alternatively, we have the new pet orbs that you could also end up maxing it out with, which will save you about 2,500 gems or so on maxing it with gems. And of course, you could just get one copy and just ignore it, because it really doesn't need to be maxed. It's just going for like full-blown completion. So we'll be starting with that. However, one other main thing we're going to be doing, as you've probably seen from the title, is, while this was obtainable as of Monday, if you're just buying 50 gems per day, which is the method that we've been going for, this will allow you to get all the important loot. And with that being said, if you are buying 50 gems per day, this is the first day that you can get Kris Kringle. So yeah, we're going to mess around with him, maybe cover a video on him either tomorrow or Friday. But I figured we'd just do a little bit of team building, mess around with him some. I'll just be part of the stream, obviously not the entire time, but just kind of see what he could do. Obviously, one of the most standout things that he can do is a very funny gimmick with his guaranteed 2 treasure map accumulation. Aside from that, he actually does accumulate a pretty good handful of loot, especially if you're a newer player, as he is giving a bunch of gold, souls, and 2 treasure maps every single time he casts a spell, on top of giving a bunch of stats to all your allies. This is also the first troop to have the freeze gem. They first introduced this last year around Christmas time. For that week, they had basically freeze gems appear onto the board, falling from the sky for a week. However, since then, they have never added a single troop that uses the mechanic, and this is actually the first one ever to use the freeze gem mechanic. It's not anything special, you just take it basically just counts as a blue gem that, when taken, will end up freezing one random enemy. So, nothing really too special, but hey, at least he gets a little bit extra freeze. He also is immune to freeze himself, so you will be able to go and be immune to your own freeze in that situation. Also, there's a few other immunities, the standard ones that dwarves have, as well as that hero class that has it on the stone tree. So, most noteworthy thing there is stun, so you will not actually lose your freeze immunity unless you get cursed. We'll be the only situation where that really ends up happening. But you won't be able to have it, like, stunned away or anything similar. But, yeah, we'll be getting him. But first, let's start with the holiday pet. So, we'll go for that, go for the Kris Kringle, and go from there. Also, I gotta kill billion blues today, too, for other objectives, so we'll need to get on that at some point. But, obviously, we'll passively get a lot of blue kills just from doing anything. Anyways, hello, everyone! Hope you guys have been doing well. Hello, I'll start from the top. Hello, Roman. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Bill. Hello, Draco. Hello, Roman. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Henry. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Emernator. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello. Yeah, the new legendary does seem decent. It's probably not going to be like ultra meta, but there's some fun gimmicky teams it could be used for. I feel like it's going to be too slow to use in most situations, but it's definitely a fun troop. It's definitely under the fun category. Let's see. Hello, Dorma. Hello, Lester. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Cookie Veterinary. Say hello. Hello, Big Chris. Hello, Genki. A lot of hellos. Hope you guys have been doing well leading up to the holidays. It's almost here. Just a few more days. So close yet so far. And of course, we are handing out that special pets on Christmas night as well. The actual day of Christmas at our normal 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream, which is this Sunday. We'll be handing that out. My other computer's making a noise. Why is it making a noise? That's weird. Because that wasn't my main computer. So you guys probably didn't even hear it. But it's dinging for some reason. That's hello, Jonian. Welcome, welcome. That's hello, Supernova. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of the festive stuff today, then. Get the new pet, get the new holiday legendary. And I do want to make sure we get the armor by Christmas as well. Similar to what we did for the Halloween one, where we went for the troop first, so we could have it as early as we possibly could without overspending. And then we went for the armor afterwards, so we'd have it by the holiday. Last time was before Halloween, and this time it'll be before Christmas. And a lot of people seem to really like the new armor. I don't know, I'm kind of average to it. I don't hate it. I don't, like, super love it, but it's pretty cool. Nice little festive armor. If nothing else, we finally got a Santa hat, if I'm not mistaken, in Gems of War. I believe it does have, like, a Santa hat-like design. Not the standard, like, red-green or anything, but in its own little, like, black-blue design or whatever it was. It's an interesting outfit. I do have to say, I do like it more than the Halloween outfit. I will say that. Actually, we're still wearing the Halloween outfit now that Wait, we're actually still wearing the witch's outfit from Halloween. We never switched. Well, we're about to in a couple days. Once we finally have the other one. And then wear that all through December. I wonder what the next one they'll do afterwards is. I guess either Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day. Probably St. Patrick's Day, if I had to guess. If we're going to have like another holiday event that's going to be happening next. Though you never know, they do sometimes do some stuff for Valentine's Day. Though normally it's just a pet, if not mistaken. And not much beyond that. Whereas some years they have done a few things for St. Patrick's Day. Is there any videos for early mid-game from Tacit? Oh yeah, we've covered quite a few in the past. I've been meaning to make a bunch of updated ones. As a lot of the ones we have done are, yeah, a bit in the past. The last time we made a new account was when the Switch version came out, which at this point is almost like 3 years ago. Yeah, we've covered a lot of new player guides, and a lot of our newer guides are sometimes geared towards newer players too, like when we went over the orbs, explaining them all. Because we also explained all the already existing orbs. But yeah, I've been meaning to make a lot of updated ones. The ones that we had in the past are still relevant for the most part. It's just a lot of the tips mentioned in them just haven't really changed. Like a lot of advice that would be given like 3, 4, 5 years ago still holds up. There's just a lot more mechanics now. Alright, I'm looking for the little new guy. We're just upgrading him once. There we go. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask as well. We'll always answer anything. And we got our little Gurkle. You know, I might as well put him on our shoulder. Where's the little Gurkle? Also, what's this a reference to? What's his flavor text? Does he even have flavor text? Wait, does he not have flavor text? Oh, I thought these things did. Or maybe I was just thinking of troops. Did the pets never have flavor text? They might not. But there we go. Little cucumber. It's from Grimwoods too. Anyways, so what are we doing? Let's go grab our gems from the pet. And let's go. That's not what I need. Okay. Was there anything good? Yes, there were some Ds today, though I don't want to focus on that yet. Let's go and focus on the holiday event. Because I want to go get this Kris Kringle so we can start messing around with him. Oh, it's a German tradition. Okay. That would explain why it went over my head. Interesting. Okay. That would explain it. Let's see. Oh, so I was just checking what that one spam message is that we got because I didn't actually see it because Genki got to it before I did. Is it literally an egg just spamming E? That's really funny. Honestly, there's some really funny spam bots sometimes. An egg missing an E spamming E is definitely up there. It's Hulk's angry pickle. Let's see. You know what? I want green surge there. Hey, Genki, have you been getting any spam bots recently? I feel like we haven't been getting hit as much. Like, that's the first one I've seen in, I almost want to say a couple weeks. Unless Isabel's and everyone's been, like, banning them before I've even noticed. Let's see. We'll just power up. I've been meaning to clear my whole ban list at some point, too. Mostly because any bots that are still running it, I'm pretty sure aren't anymore. And in case anyone has ever randomly gotten banned, I like to do it ever so often, just so that they get unbanned. Because it's very easy to misclick it when anyone's modding the thing. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Is it just me, or is matching 64 skulls full board? Yes. I was actually explaining that last night. There's a reason why they turned down gem spawn from being able to do infinite spawn. So back in the day, for any of you that don't know, there were basically a lot of things that spawn gems did it off of magic. This was exceedingly problematic for two reasons. One is balance, because gosh, was that broken beyond belief if you could just get a bunch of magic and just spam the board with like an infinite loop off of like almost any troop that spawns gems. So they banned it, or not banned it, but they nerfed it because of that. However, the other thing they ended up doing was, or the other issue with it, was the game does not recognize gigantic clumps of gems particularly well. If you get like 20, 30 of them clumped together, it kind of calculates it correctly. If you get like 50 to 60 plus gems clumped together, the game kind of freaks out and counts it as like barely anything. And that's probably the biggest issue that it has. So creating a board of 64 gems, if I'm not mistaken, actually counts as one singular 5-time skull, which is horrible. But if you have it in like 30 and they all clump together, you'll end up hitting like 5 times, 6 times or something similar. So you get a lot less value when you create that many. And that means with the Kris Kringle, you're probably only going to want to get like, what, 6, 8, 10 maps or so before you start casting it. Because you don't want to do too many. If you go for his max cap and fill the whole board with skulls, it'll look funny. But it'll do like 0 damage. It'll count as like one single 5-time skull or something similar. Like barely any damage at all. And they still have never fixed that. I assume it's just something with how the game is coded that is making it impossible to ever fix, which is why they nerfed everything that used to have it. However, they unintentionally kind of added it back into the game with this combo. And that's actually going to be the first thing that we're going to be messing with, too. Alright, so we got our Kris Kringle copies. Obviously, we'll go max them out real quick. Easiest way to do that is go to upgradable. Oh yeah, I still have the search from this Monday video. Let me go clear that. It's supposed to just show the event key drop people quicker. Just so we don't take as much time. Anyways, I'm looking for upgradable. Oh, you didn't ban it, just a timeout. Okay, that works. Let's see. There's so many videos on your channel. Yeah, there's a lot of them these days, gosh. There is a lot of them. Generally, going over the guide playlist is probably one of the ones that would give the most amount of options. Because I think I ended up making that like 3-4 years ago. And most things in that playlist, I believe, are pretty up to date. Even if they were from several years ago. Alright, so we fully trade. I don't like this new menu system I do have to say for leveling up. It is so much more confusing than before. Because now if I want to go ascend, I have to go all the way over here. Ascend it once. Now I need to go all the way back over here to level up. Actually, I don't even want it that high. I want it to 19. Then I have to go all the way back over here to go use a green orb. I guess just start using major greens on these or something. Oh wait, now he's not even here. Wait, where'd he go? Wait, go back. Where'd he go? Wait, come back. You're still upgradable. But yeah, they made it so much clunkier. Anyways, let's see. Like, we'll eventually get used to it, but I definitely prefer how it was before. Kind of strange how it is now. Anyways, so is he fully upgraded now? He should be fully traded, fully everything. Okay, there we go. We got ourselves a maxed out Kris Kringle. So let's go mess with the team. So the first most obvious one to probably use it with is this guy over here. A troop that we said a long while back will eventually be good. Today's his day. This seems probably too slow to make it like super good, but he will finally have a chance. Alright, so what else do we want for this? There is one other map boost ratio troop that is potentially worth considering. But the problem is his amount of skulls created is boosted by treasure maps, not his amount of explodes. If it was the other way around, this would probably work out. The main reason why this would actually be bad in this situation is we want mana. We don't want skulls. Because little Johnny will be all the skulls we need. So I think we just put a Thrall on it, maybe put a hero frontline tank or something else that could do 1 billion damage in first slot, and be good to go. The only colors we're missing now is green and red. So is there any good green-red weapon these days that can just kind of sit there? Ideally just an explodey weapon. I know there's at least one. Like Fist of Heaven. Is there a better one though? Worst comes to worst, we just go Fist of Heaven. Doesn't really synergize well with this team, but it does what it needs to do, which is exist. Pretty much just exist. Alright, let's go switch over to Titan. And Banner is probably, as weird as it may seem, double purple. Also because we really want Thrall to always get full mana. And just plop down a brown because we're probably going to be taking some browns. Minusing blue, honestly, yeah. I don't see why not. Yeah, we minus blue. Because what's the alternative? Minus green? Actually, minus green wouldn't hurt. Let's go minus green because we're not really casting our weapon. It's just kind of there to exist, to take some mana. Alright, so let's go see what this could do. First things first, let's do it in an Explorer. Where's an Explorer that won't be too annoying? Sword's Edge, they have quite a bit of tanky stuff. I actually want them to be tanky because I don't want to kill them too quick. This isn't about winning quick, this is about seeing what we can do with this thing. Oh, what were you mentioning about the pickle? The Christmas pickle is a Christmas tree decoration in the shape of a pickle. Is hidden on a Christmas tree with the finder receiving either a reward or good fortune for next year. Oh, that's cool. Is that little clip bomb? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh, we got some of the freeze gems already. So we were explaining this earlier. If we take this, oh, I want to take the purple first though. Well, he'll probably take it, but it's basically just gonna freeze a random thing. Oh wow, he just got 30% 2 times in a row. As you can see, his team was not frozen, and now it's pretty frozen. The main reason being is the freeze gem freezes one single enemy whenever you take it. So we're gonna do this, and now we get 2 treasure maps. And now we're gonna do that again several times. Is this a quick team? No. But it'll be a very funny team. So we do this, we do this. How many skulls are we up to? You create 4 per thing, so you're currently at 32. I will allow you 1 more buff before you're creating too many. Alright, now we just keep clicking this button and watch them get obliterated. Alright, we do that, boom. We click it again, boom. How on earth are you not dead? We do it again. Boom. We do it again. And there we go. Wonderful. And how on earth are you still not dead? And there we go. And that's basically the premise. Is it worth using? No, this is such a slow team. But it's a really funny team. Also, if we put Tyree onto our team, we can create an entire board. Because I believe that raises our cap to 20. Tyree has a weird mechanic like that. That doesn't actually say on the card anywheres, but I believe she's the only thing in the game that has that mechanic, if I'm not mistaken. Or one of the only few. I'm pretty sure it's the only one. Unless I'm forgetting of one. I keep forgetting. He also applies a random stats effect to every ally, which is really cool. Every time you cast a little Johnny, please say, "Here's Johnny!" Oh gosh, we can't do that. We'll be saying that so much. Alright, do we buff again? No. Do we even care if we have more maps? I don't think we do in this situation. We're already creating so many that it will actually reduce our damage rather than increase it. And then we do it again. Oh, on earth you're not dead. Here, go get 2 more maps. I want to see a board full of them. Oh yeah, that shouldn't kill. We do this again. No, how do you have full mana? Yeah, we'll do it one last time. Oh no, he killed himself. No, he killed himself off a reflect. I just wanted to see the full board. Okay, now let's go. Let's go for the fun of it. Let's go see a full board. So to see a full board, we're going to need Tyree and basically do the same premise again. So we're going to go Tyree, Thrall. Should probably do that in inverse order. Actually, you know what? We're going to tank with... yeah, we'll tank with Thrall. That might seem like a bad idea, but we're just doing this to show something. Then we need Johnny. And we're going to need, of course, the Christmas guy. Wait, did I spell it wrong? Kris Kringle? Oh, I did. I inversed the letters. Whoops. I spelled it right in my head. It just didn't type correctly. And similarly, we go double brown, purple banner. Actually, same banner we just were, right? Wait, this wasn't the same banner. Wait, we need the same banner we had before. +2 purple, +1 brown. -1, something we don't need. In this case... I guess it's green? Like, we need green, but we don't... We need green, but we also don't need green. But yeah, I do plan on doing a bunch of updated new player guides. I've been meaning to for a while now. Well, a lot of the info is still the same from the older videos. They look kind of old because it's still like some of the older layout or something similar. Let's see. How do you go about free-to-play? As far as in Gems of War? Free-to-play is generally just not buying any of the campaign passes and everything. This game is still very, very, very free-to-play. If anything, it's gotten more free-to-play over time. Alright, so we can see our cap now is double. So that works out pretty good. Let's see. Oh, we'll throw that down. Everything destroyed again. Let's see what we can get going here. Okay, that... Oh, gosh. How'd that die so quick? We weren't supposed to die instantly. Because we need to cast... Okay, you know what? We need a tank up front or something. Hold This one's not supposed to be a real team. I'm just trying to see if we can get to 20. Alright, Tyree, you will sacrifice yourself because we actually don't care if you live. There's Isabel posting the Discord, thank you. We need purple badly, so we'll take that. Oh yeah, Tyree's blocking it now, but that's fine. I need Tyree to exist to tank. Alright, let's go get to enough maps where we create the entire board with skulls. So I can show how bad it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you have already done this. However, I do want to end up showing it. And by doing this, I mean, already messed with him some earlier this week and tried doing such a thing. But it does basically no damage. Last I recall, it basically counts as like 1 or 2 skulls or something. It's been a while. It's been like 4 or 5 years since we've been able to, like, pretty consistently. How many are you creating? Not enough. Okay, I need 1 more cast and we're good to go. Alright, so now we will create the maximum number of skulls. 64, which is how many there are on the board. And as you can see, the entire board is skulls. But as you're also going to see, with how much damage we do here, I don't even think it's going to kill this. It's going to do very little damage. Well, then again, we did get attack buff, so maybe. Yeah, it just counts as 1 skull. It literally just counts as 1 skull. So that glitch is still in the game. Gosh, that has been in the game since day 1. It's been 8 years. And it's still around. Also, gosh, it is so quick to get maps now. I wonder what this guy's maps per hour is. Not like it really matters. Because maps are so easy to get just by spending glory on them. But this guy's map per hour, especially if you're running with multiple, is absolutely insane. Oh, you know what else we could do? He gives random stats. One really funny thing we could do is actually double up on Kris Kringle. And do it like this. And then just pick one troop that scales very, very well off of magic. The main one that comes to mind is the 6-color dragon. Problem, we don't have the 6-color dragon. So I'm going to try to find a dragon that uses the 3 colors we don't use. Does he exist? It's green, red, yellow. Does that dragon exist? No, but Phoenicia does. So does Wardbreaker. Hold up. Hold up, I'm going Wardbreaker. You can also go Phoenicia. But we don't have Redstorm to go with Phoenicia, so she's not doing as much as it may seem. Yeah, there's nothing under... Yeah, the only other one that would work is Diamantina, which would probably be the best option. But we don't have it. So Wardbreaker it is. Close enough. Same difference. And just to make sure we get mana, I am going to go double purple once again. And, you know, I guess we'll put the other one in brown again, which is actually the exact same banner we just had. Alright, let's go see what we can do here. So this team will be scaling our magic like crazy, which is the main idea here. Is we Thrallcast again. We basically just Thral forever. You scale everything up. You scale everything up. And we basically just do that indefinitely until we win. Hoping that we get magic buffs like crazy. This is actually very similar to how Brian the Lucky used to be used. Except this guy does way more than Brian the Lucky. He's basically just Ultra Brian the Lucky, now that I think about it. We actually posted a video like ages upon ages back. Where, oh gosh, he already has 400 magic. But we posted a video ages upon ages back. Where we got like infinite stats on Brian the Lucky. Back when he had no scaling. So we got to like a 20-digit long number or something similar. Probably even higher than that, I don't remember. It was something absurd. Unfortunately, the quality of the video was like very low. Because how it was recorded in. But we basically just got a gigantic, absurd number for the stats back when there was no cap. And I think a couple months later we ended up finally getting a cap. Possibly slightly due to the video. Yeah, it was really funny. Okay, let's just scale up. I just want to see how high we can go. Obviously we can go to max stats. So let's do it. No, he died! No, whatever shall we do with a 302 damage AoE? No. Honestly, this team's not bad. Like, you could actually legitimately use this team for stuff. The only problem is it has such a wide color range that you're pretty much never really using this anywheres. Though the last slot is very flexible. You don't have to use Wardbreaker there. You use kind of anything. I just feel like Wardbreaker might be one of the better options. Oh yeah, we're going to get a lot of freeze from this too. I didn't think about that. We're going to get a lot of freeze. Because every single turn that goes by, we have a chance of creating 3 freeze gems. We have a 30% chance to create 3 freeze gems 2 times over. So that's a pretty high potential for freeze gems. Now we'll go clear that out. We're getting a surprisingly low amount of magic buffs here, which is kind of unfortunate. Though the enchant does help quite a bit. Because ideally we want magic. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. Is to get like an absurd magic buff and just kind of go crazy from there. But if it never buffs magic, that doesn't really help us much. Also, we could have won like ages ago. I'm just trying to see what we can get here. Alright, we did get magic there. Okay, I think he just did magic back, though that doesn't mean our durability is like nearly 0. Yeah, he's just gonna die to like anything here. No, he died! Oh well, we clicked the win button already. It's messing around with him at this point. And I will kill, oddly enough. Oh, or Reflect will just kill him, okay. Alright, that was that one Brian Lucky video from ages back. The resolution, it was weird because OBS, like I didn't set the priority setting on OBS. So I was trying to prioritize the game's performance over the video's performance, which made the video like kind of ultra choppy. It was like one of our first videos too, one of our first few. Ages upon ages back. As you can tell probably by the interface of the game. That's a problem with some older guides too, when we have covered them. They still use like the super old interface. Even though everything in them is still relevant. Because they haven't done anything, like aside from the game's economy, they haven't really done anything like ultra big changes in the last several years. Yeah, the Brian the Lucky video was like 7 years ago. It was a while ago. Ages upon ages ago. Alright, this guy's gonna die. Alright, now he's not gonna die. Not like it even matters, we can just ward breaker spam like crazy. Alright, this is definitely one of the teams we show. It's just too funny not to. Is it that viable? Kind of. I just don't really see it being quick enough to really win in most situations, but hey, you get max gold, max souls, and this is something I'm not really paying much attention to when we're doing these battles. Oh yeah, you know what? What if we build a Cedric build around this guy? Hold up. What if we build a Cedric build around him? No, that wouldn't work, because it'd still be too slow. Because that's the issue a lot of these teams are going to have that we're messing around with right now. They'll be fun and really gimmicky, but their speed is not particularly high. Yeah, within 2 casts, he maxes out gold and souls, which is interesting. So one of them going twice. Alright, we'll take that one down. I'll take the other one. And that's enough to kill. Perfect. Oh, wait. Except the tanky one. Spell reduction. Wait, do you have spell reduction too? No, why are you still alive then? Oh, because of barrier. I was gonna say. That would explain it. I almost forgot. You can get chess and explore. We've been playing so little of it lately. Alright, let's see if we can make a Cedric team. I feel like we could. Blue Holiday, what was this for? Oh yeah, that was for the higher rarity for the holiday event. Yeah, we don't need that. Alright, let's see. This is already in the Monday video thingy. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to build around Cedric. Which means we need Egg Thief. Wait, this is actually going to work pretty well coloration-wise. Hold up. We need Kris Kringle. And we need the thing that actually wins. So, what is our win condition? The problem is, what even is the best gold ratio these days? There's Skeleton Key, there's Pistol. Is there any trip that gold ratio is enough to win? Probably not, because we don't have like a proper AoE option. Like things that boost ratio on gold. Because we have Bonnie Rose, it's 1 at a time. We have this guy, it's 1 buff at a time. We don't need that, we already have an all buffer. What else wasn't useless? God and Good got buffed, though not enough to be relevant, right? He either deals damage to an enemy and spend all gold to boost the damage, or deal a bunch of damage to all enemies and gain a bunch of gold. But the problem is your AoE isn't boosted by gold, so what's the point? Like, the problem is he doesn't spend all of his gold when he does his AoE option. If he did, this thing is basically alternating between a, like, 1-hit KO and everything. But he doesn't. He just does a standard AoE into gaining gold, which is very useless. They buffed him a little while back, but, like, they did nothing to buff him. Like, he's still just as useless as he was before. Let's see. Yeah, there just really isn't good gold boost ratios. There's like that one split damage guy, but he doesn't do enough damage. Let's see. Where was your boost ratio from gold? Yeah, it was, but it caps at 14. If we want that, we could just do little Johnny. Let's see. We might just have to stick with Skeleton Key. We haven't really gotten a proper troop to boost ratio for gold. Like, there's some that do it good. Like, this guy's good with it. But there's not, like, an AoE wipe gold option. Like that new option in Pokemon. That literally is an ability called Make It Rain, which is really funny. Anyways. Let's just go Skeleton Key. Stick with the classics. I think we're gonna have to. It's either that or Pistol. And I'm feeling a Skeleton Key mood. Let's go Thief. Let's try this. Does Skeleton Key ever kill at a certain range? Like, what's the highest Explorer we can get away with? Also, wait. If Kris Kringle just magic buffs... Oh, but that's really RNG, though. Because if we did get magic buff on that, that would greatly increase our range of kill. I think we just have to go with brown-red or brown-green. Actually, do you have any plus into your color? You do not. That's unfortunate. I almost want to double-double her banner, but of course we can't do that anymore. Minus purple to double-double. That's like the first thing that comes to mind, but you know, you can't do that anymore. Like, we can still do the banner, but it's not +2 red anymore. Alright, we got that new banner. What I really want here is probably a +1 brown, +2 into her color. That works. Like a +2 red, +1 brown. I think it's fine. Because we don't need like an absurd amount of mana into it. Also, I ran Thief because it does some extra turn poking. To try to bring in Skeleton Key range. Which is the main reason for it. Only big issue with this is it's similar to the other build where if we don't end up getting mana for her, we're kind of in an awkward place for several turns, which is exactly where we seem to be. Because even though she uses 2 colors, we can't get either of them off this current board. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out. Skeleton Key just got nerfed way too hard when it got nerfed, which is really unfortunate. Also, I realized we don't have Burial on brown either. Alright, so this is nowhere near enough damage. That's also because we don't have full gold ratio yet. Alright, now we're at max gold ratio. It's still not doing a lot, but it's doing enough. Alright, what's your max damage? 130 right now? That would be your amount of damage. I need 131 damage. It currently does 130. Wonderful. How perfect. Oh no, Ki just died. Oh yeah, shouldn't we be using Cedric in first slot? What am I doing? I forgot. Cedric's fully disposable. I don't think he's blocking anything other than blue, which we somewhat care about, but also don't really care about. Yeah, let me go switch that up. Because we really don't care if Cedric dies. And just for the fun of it, give us some loot. Alright, can I take a vertical kill here? No, I'm just going to destroy everything and be good to go. Apparently we'll have to do it again. Yeah, Bronze Lock pistol. The problem with Bronze Lock pistol is its damage doesn't go up. It's also single target. But it would kind of work. Okay, I'm going to move Cedric to first because we actually don't care if he lives. He will be blocking on some blue, but we're going to get so much mana that that barely matters. Alright, let's go try this, see what happens. Alright, what do we even need here? I need red and green. I can't remember which one we gave more color to. I want to say red because we went with the brown banner. Alright, we did not get a red from Sky, but we can start getting the build going now. So, first things first, click this button. Next, click it again. And just keep clicking it. Until we're in, like, one-shot range or something. Do we have to double tap him? We might just have to double tap. It's a little bit slower, but we're gonna have to here. Yeah, this is still way too slow to run for Explorer 12. Like, you can try running it at a kill range where it kind of works, but then even then, like, you might as well just one-shot with, like, Phoenicia or something similar. They just nerfed Skeleton Key way too hard when they nerfed it. Even an entire team structure around it still doesn't do enough damage. Could always try the pistol build. Pistol does do more damage. Biggest issue with it is it uses blue, so you kind of have to use it in the first slot if you're using it with a bunch of Cedrics. Yeah, Plunder and Peril. It has a better boost ratio. It also, I believe, double taps if there's only one remaining, which means we actually would have killed there in that situation. However, it uses the color of blue, which means you always have to put it in front of your Cedrics, not behind the Cedrics, which can lead to some issues sometimes. We could try it. Let's see. I do need to change my banner for switching to pistol, though. Because pistol does do more damage. Or not bronze like pistol. Wait, what was the other one? Problem with bronze like pistol is it's way too slow. It's basically like Chalcedony, but without the extra turn. And at that point, you might as well just run like a Chalcedony build. But yeah, pistol is fun, though. It's just very, very slow. Yeah, but Skeleton Key used to be so good before the nerf. They said they nerfed it because it was too strong, but I'm pretty sure they nerfed it because it was too good at gold farming. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Plunder and Peril, or whatever it's called. There it is. But yeah, this one still has the better gold boost ratio. Not as good as, like, peak Skeleton Key, but still good. It also double taps when there's one left because there's 2 random enemies. It also based on enemies gold, which is kind of interesting. We do need to go to a tankier hero class if we're doing this, though. Like Titan or something. And Banner, I don't know, Banner can actually stay as is. If we're doing it that way, you need to be over there, you need to be over there. Which doesn't even matter what order we have those two in. I think that is the structure. Alright, seems good enough. Alright, let's roll with this. It is about as good as you're going to make it. And I don't think it's worth using. Because we just really need a better gold boost ratio troop in the game now. Like an actual troop, not a weapon. Because most of the best options right now are weapons. We just need a really, really good, like, AoE gold troop or something similar. They had a perfect opportunity to do that when they buffed Gog and Good, but unfortunately they didn't buff him enough to make him good. Despite his name. Alright, let's see, we'll take that over. Get our buff. If you could just magic buff first slot, that'd be great. Fortunately, it did not. Alright, we're gonna have to cast Pistol. Let's see, we've cast it 2 times so far. If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be like 4. Oh, we got a magic buff there, though, so that should reduce the amount of times we need to cast it. The problem is we're still gonna have to cast it 2 more times. Because it's gonna boom boom. And it's gonna boom boom again. And then that'll be match. If it'll let me. I was gonna say don't kill us. Luckily we had barrier. Like, it's not horrible, but it's not quick. Is the problem. Is it possible to work in Vashtagan for the instant team kill? We could just build entirely around Vashtagan. Because he does gain a benefit from things having higher stats, particularly HP. Though he'd also benefit from the magic. So if he went magic or HP, he'd benefit the entire team. We could just try building an entire team around Vashtagan if we really wanted to. With the new guy. They have a little bit of color overlap, but that's fine because you just put the new guy in front of him. The Kris Kringle, that is. Yeah, the gold farm team just isn't going to work. The other alternative would be, like, go down the soul route as well. But the problem is, the best thing we have for soul is Fair Shra, which isn't a bad option. The biggest issue is he kills 1 at a time. Oh, compared to this team, seems kind of quick. But he does kill only 1 at a time, which is a bit problematic. Because unless he's hitting a bunch of extra turns, it's very, very slow. And this one doesn't get an extra turn like Skeleton Key does when you get a kill. Which is one of the main things that always made Skeleton Key quicker. Especially before it got nerfed. Yeah, we could try all. We're definitely not showing this one. The other 2 I feel like we will. Because this one's just funny. And this one is actually viable. And this one needs to be a team. Alright. We're dishing the gold build. For... we'll try to run Vashtagan. Is there anything else that boosts based on, like, every stat? I guess technically Ketris the Bull. Devour an ally, then summon a daemon. If the ally is devoured, deal a bunch of true damage, scatter, boosted by life. So he benefits from 2 things: magic and life. Obviously, there's Ketris the Bull if we want to use everything. Which we could try a Ketris build around him. The biggest issue is mana accumulating for a Ketris build. We could try the Ubistet route, oddly enough. Wait, would that actually work? Hold up, that'd actually be funny. He doesn't always do attack, but we really actually don't care if he always does. It's just free loot. Because it's Ubistet, Thrall, Rope Dart. I've been meaning to upgrade my Ubistet. I feel like I would use him a lot more if I did. And then the last option is good old Kris Kringle. Yes, we won't be covering green, but we just have banner for that. This is the only color we're missing, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, only green. So minus green on banner. Ideally a +2 purple summers in all this mess. Perfect, as well as a +1 for dart. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole plan. That is pretty much the plan. I don't feel like this utilizes him much, though, is the only problem with it. Like, he's there, but he's not really there. So, hello, Analyst, welcome. How useful would it be to use 2 of him? We actually did for the Ward Breaker team, and it's really funny. Honestly, it's probably the most viable team. Because basically just old Brian the Lucky, but with a resource buff. Also, I'm still taking that color as if I need it. Whoops. We're using a different team now. I cannot Rope Dart for free because of what he just did, so we'll pass our turn and hope he doesn't do anything crazy. Let's see, we'll take that. We'll get our double kill. If he'll ever let me. The struggle of freeze gems. We're getting frozen too much from our own freeze gems. It gives us a handful of loot, if nothing else. Like, we don't get the Cedric buff. I wonder if there's a way to use, like, 1 Cedric with 2 troops that auto-win already. I guess the closest thing to that would be, like, revamping this one to include a Cedric. But then, like, what do you replace? You'd have to, like, not have double Kris Kringle. And that's kind of the whole point, is to have double of him so you can keep buffing back and forth. So you can hopefully get a magic buff and then go crazy from there. Because that's the main premise of double Kris Kringle, is you use him like Brian the Lucky, or how he used to be used back in the day, where you just keep spamming him over and over again and just get infinite stats because you get a magic buff on the random stat gain, and then you just get more magic buffs on random stat gain, and you just kind of go crazy from there. And one nice benefit that he has that, or multiple benefits that he has that Brian the Lucky doesn't have, one of the most noteworthy other than the resource gains is the random stats effect. So sometimes you'll gain barrier and other useful things, which allow you to sustain longer. Your magic's kind of high now. They basically just keep going back and forth, spamming them over and over again. It's a funny premise. Yeah, they basically brought back Brian the Lucky builds. It's just now you do a Kris Kringle. He's definitely not a bad troop. But I feel like he's too slow in a lot of situations. He's a really gimmicky troop. And obviously you can get 1,000 all stats very easily with it. Actually, we're already kind of set up for it. Might as well try going for it right now. We're actually getting quite a handful of magic buffs here. Just for the fun of it, let's see if we can go get 1,000 everything. Shouldn't be that hard. We got a lot of buffs right now. Oh no, I killed him! Alright, let's go try doing a battle where we get 1,000 everything. Oh, we got Anu, nice. The problem is you're gonna win before you do it in many situations. When you're trying to get 1,000 everything. Let's try for it real quick. Oh wait, you're about to die. Oh, you already died. Wonderful. There's a problem with not getting it rolling first. I guess that could be fixed with hero and first slot being the mana accumulator. So you can actually tank for a while. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that one first. Alright, we got a magic buff already. And one great thing about it too, he buffs himself, which is kind of insane. Like, it's not all other allies, it's every ally, and every ally includes himself. Oh, that death mark better not kill us. Almost forgot about that. Oh, well. Well, we do have Roadbreaker. Problem with that, though. He probably has one-shot range right now. No, actually, you know what? He doesn't. We can go for it for now. But that eventually will be one-shot range. Oh, what are we supposed to do without a mana accumulator now? Oh, so he gets a lot of blue for free. With all his freeze gems. It's probably not worth doing this because we died on the random Thrall there. Which is very unfortunate. Should probably just went with Roadbreaker. How on earth does Roadbreaker still have 6 base attack? Like, he hasn't gained any attack in all of this. He has nearly 1,000 all stats and he hasn't gained magic a single time yet. It's kind of amazing. Also, no Surge, unfortunately. He still hasn't gained... Well, to some degree, that's kind of good, because we can actually mana accumulate with him without killing the team. But, how on earth has he not gotten it yet? I will do it, because that's not going to kill. That will, though. No! Silence! Gosh, this thing is so annoying. Not only did he kill the other thing with Death Mark, but now he silenced everything. That is a really annoying unit. We'd have to go to a much more consistent spot to test it properly. But obviously you can very easily hit 1,000 everything. It's not realistic to ever do, but you could. Also, this guy still has not hit a magic buff. He has 1,000 armor, 1,000 HP. He has never gotten magic a single time. That's amazing. He still has no magic. Honestly, these things might be 1,000 all stats before he gets a magic buff at this rate. It seems very likely. Still no magic. Somehow. Also, I love that they just create all their own blues. Theoretically, you could almost do a team with 3 of them. 3 of them with like 1 other mana coverage troop. The problem is that'd be so slow initially, but if you get lucky on blues, it's going to be insane. How is this even possible? 980 magic. 784. 62. He's not gotten hit by a single buff. How do you even manage that? Well, if nothing else, I can go cast him. 1 cast does not kill. Though it does weed out his team, so I actually kind of don't want to do it. We're already committed so much to this, might as well go all the way. He has 1,000... How? How's this possible? Wait, I need to screenshot this. He has 1,000 HP, 1,000 armor, 1,000 attack, no magic buff. Can you imagine if this was an actual match that we're trying to feed him armor on? I mean, magic on, I mean. Like, he somehow managed to 1,000 everything before he got magic a single time. And he still didn't get magic. Alright, this guy has 1,000 magic now. Oh wait, they both have 1,000 magic now. Cool. They basically have 1,000 all stats before this guy's ever gotten magic. Wonderful. Oh no, he won with his 1,000 everything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a very gimmicky build. Though, of everything that does random stats, this is probably my favorite now. One strategy there was for in pretty recent times was Vespera when Vespera came out. The biggest issue with Vespera is it's really RNG based getting rolling. Well, technically all random stats are, but you know, even more so because you have to worry about the whole gem spawn thing. But honestly, I feel like this is a lot less luck based, even though it still is. Like this guy just never wants to get magic for some reason. But overall, it's not as luck based as quite a few other strategies around it. Though he really just never wants to get a magic buff, seemingly. It's 2 matches in a row where he just does not want to get one. Though we don't even need it to win. It'd just be extra. It would allow us to actually win quicker. It's not needed to win. Could it work with Wild King? My concern is Wild King doesn't want to be frozen. Like, this team doesn't really care if it ever gets frozen. But Wild King would, quite substantially. So we're probably just ditching this team. Like, this combo is not bad, but Kris Kringle just isn't doing anything for it. Like, the triple combo is good. It's just Kris Kringle's just sitting there doing nothing other than gaining some loot. Okay. But yeah, the biggest issue with Wild King is he wants to get extra turns. And he has no natural immune to freeze. So unless we're putting, like, Beatrix also on the team, it's going to backfire so heavily. But then we have to spend our whole team just to put a Beatrix on it. Which means we only have, like, one mana accumulator then. Because at that point, our team would be Wild King, Beatrix, the new troop, Kris Kringle, and, like, a Throw or something. Or anything for mana accumulation. And then that goes our whole team. Like, we wouldn't be able to fit Hero on the team. Because he very much doesn't want to be frozen. You have to keep in mind, anytime we put Kris Kringle on the team, it's basically a freeze-based team. Because he creates at start of every battle. Or not every battle, but, you know, every turn there's a 30% chance. And if you have two of them, that's two 30% chances. But even just with one, you can expect to be frozen to some degree based on your own troop. So we could try doing that for this final team. Try to build a freeze immune team. So we don't get punished by our own freeze, but have stuff that boost ratios off of freeze. One fun one for that is a bit old meta, but still good, is Justice. But he's pure blue, but still. He creates a bunch of gems, a mix of blue and the chosen type, and then gives a bunch of life and attack to all other allies, boosted by frozen enemies. Wait, he himself doesn't have immune to freeze, though. Never mind. I always thought he did. Okay. What's the next plan, then? I do kind of want to build a freeze-oriented team, then. So we could go Elementalist. We could build just completely around that, then. Like an Elementalist team. Problem is making it, like, completely immune. Wait, do you even have... Yeah, you do. Alpha Insulated. Same way that the other one does. Actually, both have the same combination. Insulated into Fortitude. Because they both have the same option as far as immunities. So we can go something like this, that, and then like two others. Devour based on frozen enemies. Yeah, we could kind of go like almost Iron Gut route even. If we really wanted to. I'm trying to think of something else that can actually utilize stats. Is there any like Freezer that can? Borealis slightly. But then at that point, we're like a skull spam team. And we might want to build more like into this. Because I believe Borealis is immune to freeze. Because at that point, we can go Borealis, Lil Johnny. We're going to have to ditch Hero. And then... oh, wait. This is going to be weird on mana, though. Oh, this is going to be really weird on mana. Humility with Brian the Luck. That would be a lot of magic, that's for sure. But what's your damage then? Well, I guess Humility for skulls. Oh yeah, what is that one troop? The Ice Orca. I actually forget what that does. I remember it being like eventually meta. Wasn't it one of those? Deal damage to the last enemy, freeze them. If they're already frozen, there's 20% chance to devour them. Oh no, that would be way too inconsistent. So I do love his 65% reduction. Oh yeah, I remember what was about him. He was one of those other really low rarity troops that have 65% reduction, but also has Devour, which is kind of cool. I don't think it's going to work quite in this premise, though. Though I don't think we can get away with Borealis. I forgot that we have a very big mana conflict. If we go with all this all at once. It is slightly problematic from a mana accumulation standpoint. Like, as far as what they do, they synergize. Triple damage to freeze, bunch of score reduction, immune to freeze. Combined with immune to freeze, combined with immune to freeze. So we could do this and just do it with like a mana accumulating weapon, or even just a Throw or something similar. I don't know, we can give it a shot. Like, it has everything it needs to work. Even could go Wardbreaker. My concern with Wardbreaker is he going to get enough mana back? And I feel like the answer is no. I think I'm just sticking with Throw. Angry Mob can't quite work. Marilith could, oddly enough. Also be a good way to get rid of Barrier if they happen to have it for whatever reason. Biggest issue with Marilith, no immune to freeze, though we don't care too much if she is immune to freeze for the most part. We do need to make sure we have a double red banner into her, so it's probably going to be a double red into blue or double red into brown. Probably a double red into brown. So double red, brown, ideally minus purple. I don't think that exists. Does it? Yeah, it does. Never mind. Obviously that one. There's multiple for it. Alright, let's roll with that, because that gives us the +3 that we need. Can't use elementals here, unfortunately. Well, yeah, let's see what happens. This is basically, try to use triple damage, with the, Kris Kringle. With all the extra freeze that he has. And if that doesn't do it, Borealis has it. Biggest issue is getting Marilith going, though, in all fairness. Every single team has that issue with the initial mana accumulation. Okay, so nothing weird going on here. Everything on our team is immune to freeze except for our mana accumulator, which doesn't really matter because it's not an extra turn mana accumulator. So now we basically just freeze their entire team. Keep buffing. Get our skulls whenever we feel like we have an opening for skull. And then kind of just obliterate the whole team with skulls then. Only real big issue is, unless we're getting a big clump of skulls, we're not one-shotting skull. Like, it's literally taking us like almost 4 in this mode to secure a kill there. And just for the sake of it, we'll do one more little buff. I forgot, we get a little bit of a higher gold cap because of the greed thingy. But, you know, something like that kind of works. If we get lucky enough, we actually don't ever have to cast Borealis. Ideally, we get them all frozen off of freeze gems. Though, if we find that our freeze gems aren't really connecting enough, we will have to go for the Borealis. That'll be the main connector in that situation. Alright, we'll take the green over. Obviously, getting Marilith every single time to full. We're then trying to hit this. Ooh, enchant. Too bad everything has full mana already. An enchant on a whole team of full mana. We're basically trying to do this until the whole team's frozen. And all honesty, I feel like we should almost never cast Borealis in this situation. Like, if we can help it to not cast Borealis, we don't want it blocking our mana as often as we can possibly help it. I don't know, it kind of works. It's not the best team out there, but, you know, the premise works. It's not bad. It does what it needs to do. You know, I can only imagine how many maps I'm unintentionally getting from this. This is a lot of maps. I'm not even sure what this map's per hour rate is. Maybe we should go do an updated video on, like, how to farm maps. Honestly, just covering a video on him is probably in itself an updated video on how to farm maps. Because, gosh, is he a lot of maps. Like, there's no point in really map farming anymore. Unless you're, like, a brand new player or they eventually buff, the treasure hunts. Which, who knows? Maybe they finally will next year. Oh, come on, 1 mana short. Get your little bit of mana in there. Yeah, honestly, he's a pretty good troop. Out of anything that gives random stats, he's by far my favorite in the entire game. So I did that just to remove his barrier. Was it worth it? Somewhat. Okay, anyways, let's create a billion skulls. Let's see. Let's clear everything. Create a billion skulls. And we don't even need freeze, to be honest. Even though this premise is kind of built around freeze, we don't really need it. Just there for a little bit extra damage. We're creating... Oh no, I've casted them so many times that we're creating too many skulls. There's one big issue with his mechanic. Is creating too many skulls does less damage, and we are at that too many skull location right now. The over 9,000. Santa is better than birds. I don't know, was there any birds that were good at the random stat increase? I don't think they were. I think the closest thing we had to something that was good under that category was Vispera. But now we have Santa. The new Vispera. Alright, so we have to really pay attention to how many times we cast Santa. Because we do not want to cast him more than 3 times, ideally. And we've casted him once so far. The fact that he can buff himself is actually kind of insane. Oh, who's he going to target there? Okay, that's actually perfectly fine. We weren't planning on casting that anyways. Yeah, we got to be really careful not to cast Santa more than 3 times. And this is our 3rd. Because otherwise we start creating too many skulls, because you can also gain a 20% chance to get a map off himself. Which is actually a bad thing, given that we're trying to stay in a very specific map range. Because otherwise we try going to 8. But we actually have to stay around 6 so that we don't overmap. So many skulls. The problem is he's not creating any freeze gems, though. I'm trying to pass enough turns so we get freeze gems, but he keeps not doing it for multiple turns in a row. Because the whole premise is we get our freeze off of freeze gems, not off of Borealis. But there's been some battles where we kind of need to get off of Borealis. Because it refuses to do it the other way. How much damage is that? That's so little. I know I got buffed in the past, but that is still such a small poke. Alright, there we go. I know, it's a funny team. Out of all these viability-wise, I gotta say I love the double Kris Kringle the most. I almost want to try building triple Kris Kringle. But how will this work? Like, what's our 1 mana accumulator if we go triple Kris Kringle? Because he himself already has everything he needs. Immune to freeze, a bunch of other good immunities. The only thing he doesn't have is mana accumulation or damage. So if he has one that did both, like Wardbreaker, the problem is Wardbreaker's way too slow to get started. Try and think of something that's like super mana accumulation that can still kill. Like Angry Mob, I guess. Problem with Angry Mob is you're only accumulating on 1 mana color into a 13 mana pool. The fact that this uses brown makes Angry Mob not as viable. Alright, this guy needs to go get buffed. That's good enough. Hey, he finally got magic. Thank you. Thought it was impossible for a moment there. How unlucky he's been getting. Yeah, honestly, I think our best bet is just Wardbreaker, but it just takes so long to get rolling, though. Like, imagine trying to get Wardbreaker up from 30 mana. I do want to try something like that, though. Okay, let's go overwrite our low blue event team. I want to see what we could do with this. What's... Oh, we could try Truffle, possibly. At that point, I'd rather just have Truffle Infinite Loop. Let's see. Okay, we're going to try this. Triple Kris Kringle. What is the connecting troop? We could just do Thrall. Also, I keep doing the inverse order. We could literally just do Thrall. I really don't want to, though. There's Marilith. There's... Don't want to do Bog Strider. Try to think of other options. We need, like, 1 troop that could do it all. Wardbreaker, but it's too high mana. Because I want something that can also, like, full AoE damage. But Marilith doesn't scale on magic. Only your Destroy does. Because whatever this does needs to be mana accumulation. But also still do damage. Which, closest I could think of is, like, Angry Mob. But biggest issue with that is how ultra blocked it is on mana. We can kind of make this work. Like, it'd have to be double red into brown, of course. Minus, like, purple or something. We've been using this banner a lot. And kind of do it like that. I don't know, we can give it a shot and see what happens. I feel like it's going to be too slow, though. But it will be funny. Honestly, all the teams with them are just basically that in a nutshell. Slightly too slow, but very funny. Alright, so we click you. We then click you. We then click you. And then you. And then you again. And then you. And repeat it a billion times over until we win. If we lose first slot, it's just going to become an Angry Mob anyways. Alright, the whole point of this was for Angry Mob to gain some magic. You have not gained magic a single time yet. Be great if you could contribute. How does... We're having the same problem with Wardbreaker that one game. He just refuses to gain magic. There we go, finally. Alright, and now just everything just dies, but oh no, this is still gonna be too slow. I guess we could try Bronze Lock Pistol here, as was mentioned earlier. But the problem is, once again, if we don't get a magic buff, we're in the same situation. Because at this point, this basically just is pistol without the aiming. This is literally just kill first slot pistol right now. Oh wait, but we can't do pistol. It's the same color though. Because pistol is brown blue. And Kris Kringle is brown blue. That wouldn't work. Like the problem is it's full mana conflict. Like if we thought Angry Mob had a mana issue, we'd literally be using a team of 4 of the same color. Or, you know, 2 of the same color as in only brown blue is the only problem with doing pistol now that I think about it. At least with 3 of them. We could kind of do 2 with one other thing for pistol. Let's try that. Tesla? Tesla only benefits from armor. I don't think we really need it necessarily, though. If nothing else, Tesla does get fed from a billion blues. So to some degree, she gets her mana. You know, Tesla actually would be kind of funny. Because we're not using a mana accumulator. We're just using Kris Kringle's blue creation every turn, which means we need like a blue-red banner. Or even blue-brown. Probably blue-red. Because we really want to make sure Tesla... Oh yeah, not actually blue-brown, because we want it to leak into the other ones. So we go like a blue-brown. And just hope she gets enough from natural accumulation. My biggest concern here is she's going to die. Unless we set to like double red the other one and then use something else to tank. We could also just use a hero there, which might actually be... because we don't have to go triple. Because that'd be a lot safer. But then we're not getting as much blue per turn, passively. The biggest issue is we're going to need like 3 Teslas before she does anything relevant. And I'm not sure we live that long. Let's see. Is we have to get enough blue for 3 Teslas before we win. And we could try for the barrier luck. Alright, there we go. That kind of works. If you did this in a mode where you know she wouldn't die, or did it like this even, you know what? Let's go change the banner. Banner, red. Oh, but then you're not feeding her off of blue, though. Is there +2 blue, +1 red banner? Doesn't mind say anything bad. Because we can kind of still do it like this. But then Kris Kringle's gonna die too quick. Like, it's just replacing one issue with another. Could always just have a mana accumulator there. Like, hero just chilling there. Because we're kind of gonna need it at this point. Let's see. What weapon do I normally run? Like, Urskia Shield, probably? We could just, like, Urskia Shield first slot or something. Is there an armor-boosting weapon that explodes like crazy? Didn't we get something like that recently? Like some kind of weird weapon that just like explodes like crazy but buffs armor? I could have sworn we got one of those recently. I cannot remember what weapon it is. There's so many useless weapons. And there's definitely one of them under that category. But didn't we get something like that recently? Or was like an armor buff explode or something? Oh, we could always double our armor. Though we really don't need her to have more armor necessarily, just the entire team. Because we actually get more value from the whole team having it. Versus also always Urskia Shield as an option. The old chalice from back way when. Oh no, it kind of works. You need 3 Teslas to get it rolling. And you're kind of getting enough mana, but you're wasting so many turns. Yeah, we could always put a Thrall or something, but then we're literally just in like normal Thrall build at that point. I know, we could always just ditch Tesla. I'm not sure what I want to run for it. I want to do some other kind of weird gimmicky thing with it. Also, yeah, we should probably hand out a code. We still haven't yet. Let me go do that. Also, we still need to kill 1 billion blues today, by the way, too. I should probably go get on that. We'll definitely have to mess with this more into the near future. Probably tomorrow night as well. Because I feel like there's a lot more team building I want to do with them. Even if the teams aren't good, just for fun gimmicky teams. Because that seems like what he's made best for. It's just fun gimmicky teams. Like ones that are at least like somewhat coherent, but doesn't have to be the best stuff. Because it's a very fun troop for sure. Anyways, there's the code, everyone. Alright, let's go farm the rest of our dailies. Also, that's funny. We have exactly 69. We still need to finish the rest of the blue kills. Okay, we have 3 good tasks today on dailies. And let me go clear these out. Let's go do all of our normal stuff. Because we've already gone for like an hour and still haven't done... That actually lasted a lot longer than I was expecting. Hold up. Wait, we've been going for a whole hour. I didn't even realize we were messing with Kris Kringle that long. That means we've been basically Kris Kringle team building for like a whole hour. If you ever wonder why some of the Monday videos are later, that is why sometimes. Most of the times it's because I crash at night. But other times it's because I'm messing with a troop and I spend way too long messing with it. Like, I'm not even done messing with Kris Kringle and it's already been an hour. Like, we could probably go another hour at messing with it. Yeah, we might cover the video on Friday rather than tomorrow, because tomorrow night, I think I still want to mess with him quite a bit more. Maybe not as long as this stream, but to some degree. He definitely has a lot of potential. Not for anything like particularly viable, but for really fun gimmicky builds. Like you could plop him on almost any team too, and he'll kind of fit. Like you saw what he did in the Ubistet build. Like that's basically the standard Ubistet that just plopped him on. And you know, he gave some free loot and somewhat helped the team. Actually, that's probably one of his biggest aspects. Even if he's not gaining a benefit from random stat, in which case he almost always is for the team, he's gaining a benefit with random stats effect. 4 times random stats effect honestly isn't too bad. Especially because it's guaranteed. Because you're gaining a lot of value simultaneously. It's not like that one Pan's Veil green yellow or whatever that one was from Warren's that has like the 1 to 2 random positive. I feel like it's actually better than that. Even though it's creating less overall status. Also because a lot of times the random status effect is going to help more than the AoE damage because you're feeding something magic that's already doing AoE damage anyways. Plus you get the free loot. Also, I wonder what his maps per hour is. It must be something really absurd. If you have like Tyree double him with 1 other mana accumulator. You can probably hit like, because that's like, what, 20 maps a minute? Because that means you could probably hit like 600 maps per hour. What even is that from a glory? Well, how much is a map these days again? Isn't it 30? Obviously, you can't convert the maps into glory, unfortunately. Or, you know, the other way around. However, 1 map is 30 glory. And you could probably do 20 maps... Let's say 10 maps per minute. Because I'm not sure about 20 maps. 20 maps per minute might be possible. But let's just say 10. Oh, wait, why am I even putting this into a calculator? That'd be 600 maps per hour. And that means it would be 18,000 glory per hour in maps. Is that worthwhile? Not really, because you probably don't need that many maps. But you could get like 600 maps per hour. Minimum. Like, probably way more than that. And we're at 31,355 maps. But you could do like 600 per hour with that. Like, bare minimum. Anyways, let's go clear out all of our dailies. Somehow I have not done that yet. Alright, what do we have? Oh, already hit a trap. What do we have? Okay. Come on, give us downward stairs. Alright, that's not downward stairs, but, you know, it might still be there. Let's go switch over to Zolgoth. Actually, no. We're not switching over to Zolgoth. You know where we're switching to? We're switching to infinite drops. Wait. We committed to Kris Kringle. This is a Kris Kringle stream. We're rolling with Kris Kringle here. Going all in. He's got this. Alright, first we spam you. Get a bunch of buff. We get some more mana. Alright, we do it again. Get more buff. Cast a Ward Breaker. You got magic. Perfect. We do it again. We hit Kris Kringle. We do it again. No extra magic, but still a lot of magic on you. Alright, then we just Thrall. Then we Ward Breaker, and that's match. There we go. We get like max every loot, except map, which we're off by 1. Wait, that means we randomly got a map somehow during that battle. Wait, we must have cascaded and gotten a map somewhere. Yeah, honestly, out of every team we made, this is definitely the strongest. To such a degree, I don't even think you put Diamantia there. I think it's stronger just to put Wardbreaker there. Hey, Wardbreaker can do something for once. Though, honestly, he's never been, like, super bad. The biggest issue Wardbreaker's always had is his mana cost is way too high. Also, I'm going to give him a lot of red here just because I need the mana so badly. Like, we get more value from having that purple than he does from his billion turns he's about to do right now. Also, why did you do that? Please buff yourself. Not that way. You buffed wrong. I can still make this work, though. Oh, we still have not gotten a magic buff for our other guy yet. As with mini battles, where he decides to not get it for 1,000 turns in a row. Oh, well, we're dead. Good old Shegra doing Shegra things. Good old classic Shegra. Could we win? This is still winnable. Would be way more winnable if we actually got good buffs like magic. As per usual, we've gotten 0 magic buffs on this thing. He does have Skull Reflect. Though we also die in 1 skull. So I'm not sure how much that Skull Reflect is going to do for us. Oh, so close. We're still going to try again. That's the only problem with it, with pretty much every random stat team has, is, will you actually get magic this turn? Because that's always the biggest issue all of them have had. Because the main premise of any random stat gaining team is you want to get magic literally every time. Like, it's the only buff you want of the 4 almost always. And the problem is when you go like 10 turns in a row never getting one. Or you get magic on something useless like this Thrall. Why is this Thrall the only one getting any magic on this whole team? He's at 200 magic and not a single one has even gotten any. Other than him. Still, he's the only one who got magic. It's kind of insane. We're still gonna win. It's gonna be a weird win, but hey, we won. Slowly but surely. He will hit his last little poke. Oh, sorry, he could just went for a skull there. And he's dead. And he dies to reflect. What a way to go. This one should be a little bit easier. He does have barrier. Oh, no, man, that's not the one. I thought I was confusing that for a different troop. I was gonna say he does have barrier spam. I was thinking that was the other Norse god thing. That has the barrier every time. Storm shield. Hey, you got magic. I'll give you one. That's so over. Like, that's what you want to see. Problem is it happens like 1 in 5 fights. But when it happens, they are very dead. Yeah, that's the ideal. There we go. Alright, let's see if we get upward stairs. I mean downward stairs. Whatever way it makes... No! I said upwards! No! Wrong stairs. Stay. And some other trap. Okay, anyways, give me my Dragonite. Thank you. Okay, so... I go grab the redeem code we handed out a little bit earlier. So we gotta kill a bunch more blue. Which means I should probably go target them real quick. Where's a good place for that? I guess Glacial Peaks, probably. Storm. I don't feel like Stormheim has a good ratio. Has as good of a ratio of blue. So you know what? We're just gonna dust level here a little bit because I want to finish off our blue kills. Let's go with the. Yeah, I do need to go to double Ironhawk build. I can't go to triple because it's not gonna have enough damage. Because there will be some things here that are quite tanky. Oh, we should be getting about 2 or 3 blue kills per battle. And we need like 60 more. There should be like, what, 30-ish battles, give or take a little. And they die in 10 seconds. I said, hello, Jay Shar. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to mess with Kris Kringle more tomorrow night. There's still a lot I want to test with him. You got 4 upward stairs this week? Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm still trying to find that last downward stair. It just refuses to give it to me. Similar to how we can't get the last gem dragon. It won't give me the last gem dragon and it won't give me the last stairs that we need. Eventually we'll get them both, of course, but it is refusing to give us both. So I'm not sure why I have the orb counter up on this stream. We're actually not going to be going for a single orb. It just might be the first time since the patch where we're actually opening like not a single orb tonight. Also because Kris Kringle. I did spend more time team building with him than I thought I would. And I'm still not done yet either. I feel like we've done most of the ones that we'd kind of want to mess around with. And if I do cover a video tomorrow, though I'll probably just cover it on Friday, but if I do cover it tomorrow, It'll probably have 1 or 2 I didn't mention in the video itself from additional testing. You might show like 5 different teams with them or something. I might come out to like almost a 30-minute video though, because some of those teams will not be quick. They're meant to be fun, not necessarily quick. Though I do feel like the Wordbreaker one has the highest potential being quick, but it's really luck-based if it's quick. Or almost every team that does random stats, which is why I never really care for the Vespera teams. Like, they can be good, but they're really luck-based if they're good. Almost every random stat troop is like that. It's one of the reasons I don't really use Humility much these days. Because it has a really high potential to be insane, but only when it gets lucky. Also because they changed how double gem spawn works, that made him and all the other Guardians way worse. As well as anything that creates more than 1 gem at once. That's why I try to stay away from a lot of those builds like Vinoxia and stuff. It's because ever since they reworked the double gem spawns like 4 or 5 years ago, they've been so much weaker. Like, they're still somewhat usable, but nothing like they used to be. Any word on Vault event? I have no clue. I want to say maybe next week if they're doing it as a surprise. However, there's currently none scheduled in like the next month. Originally, there was supposed to be it on January 13th of next month, obviously, January 13th. But, that one got moved to an undisclosed time. So I still feel like they're going to do, like, a special event, like, next week or something for a Vault event. Either a week-long one or something similar. Several-day one. But, none has been confirmed yet. We'll find out next week. If there is none next week, I have no clue when the next Vault event is. Because the only one that was scheduled got moved. The one that was supposed to be on the 13th. Yes, we're still doing the special code on Sunday. Where you can get the Shelf on an Elf. The 2020 Christmas pet. So far, they haven't even offered it through anything yet this year. Through money or otherwise. We've had 2 chances to get the 2019 one. One was last Saturday. One is today with money. Though I would not advise getting it for money. Especially if you got it last Saturday already for free. Of course, we got the 2022 one. Gosh, it's so confusing to say. But the one from 2022 this year came out today, and you can still get it for the next several hours if you haven't already got that little pickle. And yeah, so far we had no opportunity to get the 2021 or the 2020 Christmas pet yet. And we'll be handing out the 2021, and I have no clue where the 2021 one is. Oh gosh, it's even more confusing. But the one from 2020, we're handing out this Sunday. The one from 2021... I'm not sure if it's coming back this year through any means. So far it hasn't, though it might through some means. So far they only did 2019 and 2022 this year. 2019 twice and 2022 today. So I'm not mistaken, there was a 2018 one. I can't remember which one that was. I think it looked like a birthday present or like a Christmas present or something. I don't remember. Because I think 2018 was the earliest one. I don't even think it says a 2018 pet either. I think it just says, like, holiday pet. Has anyone figured out why a pickle? Yes. Someone was mentioning some kind of German tradition. Someone explained the whole thing earlier. They, like, put it on the tree and it's supposed to be, like, good luck to whoever finds it or something similar. I know, some kind of tradition for some kind of area. But apparently it is a thing. Have we done our blues yet? I feel like we're still off slightly. Yes. We're 4 off. Oh, that's all we need. Okay, 2 more fights. 1 more fight if we got lucky, though we are missing the one. Unless it gets replaced with a blue gnome? No. That would have been the one instance where seeing a jewel gnome would have been amazing. Oh, are we getting the Prancer one this weekend? Okay, nice. Oh, they're bringing almost the whole herd back then. And speaking of which, 100 gem drop with 1,000 souls. One is better than the other, though. Obviously, the 100 gems. Oh, so we're almost back to 40,000 gems. It's been a while. A long while. Gosh, I have not seen 40,000 gems in a very long time. We'll probably have it this Friday if we open a bunch of orbs. Because we're only going to have an arena event next Friday, which means, you know what we're doing? Not arena. We'll maybe play it like 1 round or something. Just to get the gem keys. And then like the rest of the time, just open orbs. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it here. This stream was a lot more Kris Kringle based than I was initially anticipating. But hey, we had a bunch of fun with him. We'll probably be doing it a little bit more tomorrow. And we'll have a video covering him either tomorrow or Friday. Though I feel like at this point, maybe Friday, because I kind of still want to mess with him quite a bit more. He's a fun troop. He reminds me of back when Brian the Lucky used to be meta. Way, way, way back, like 8 years ago. And yeah, he kind of is again. Like, he's not like super meta. Like, this guy's not going to be used on any like super serious team. But he's not bad. He definitely has potential. Random stats to everything, including yourself, with a random positive buff to your whole team for 15 mana costs, while also giving you 1 billion loot. Definitely not bad. Obviously, the free loot is just on top of everything else, though you can also use him in any boost ratio team. He works in map boost ratio, soul boost ratio, gold boost ratio. We're messing with gold boost ratio and map boost ratio. We weren't really messing with soul. I guess we could do a Ferris Raw team out of him. I haven't actually tried it yet, so Excess Blue does feed back into Ferris Raw. So we could kind of... Oh, wait. I just realized something. Hold up. He actually would be good with Ferris Raw. Doesn't Ferris Raw convert blue to purple? No, it's yellow to purple. Well, that's still a good workout, though. But yeah, he does yellow to purple, not blue to purple. I was going to say, that would actually have such funny synergy then. Because then all the blues could convert to the purple, and then you're just good to go. But no, he converts away yellow, which isn't necessarily bad. Still work around that. But anyways, yeah, we'll mess with him more tomorrow night then. As we do every single night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, enjoy your week, enjoy the holidays, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.